Good morning, friends. So in this session we are going to discuss the graphs of trigonometric functions. Under that, the first one, y is equal to f of x. In general, a function y equals f of x. Let me take sin x, a trigonometry function. So it is a function from set of real numbers to the closed interval minus 1 comma 1. Set of real numbers, domain, and the range is, codomain is minus 1 to plus 1. Let us take few negative values and few positive values. X and y value. Y is the thing but sin x. When x is equal to 0, sin 0 is 0. When x is equal to pi by 2, y equals sin pi by 2 is 1. When x is equal to 180, sin 180 is 0. That means y equals 0. When x equals 3 pi by 2, y is equal to sin 270 degree is 1. Minus 1 I mean. Sin 270 degree is minus 1. When x is equal to 2 pi, so sin 2 pi, sin 360 degree. So 0, sin 360 degree is 0. Sin of minus pi by 2, sin of minus pi by 2. So sin 180 degree, sin 90 degree is 1. This is minus 1. Then sin of minus pi, minus sin pi, that is 0. Okay. Let us draw the graph of this. X-axis, negative x-axis, y-axis and the negative y-axis. This is origin 0. When x is 0, y is also 0. This is pi by 2. Let us take pi by 2. On x-axis these are the values. Pi, 3 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, then 2 pi and so on. Here minus pi by 2, minus pi by 2, minus pi, minus 3 pi by 2, etc. See, sin 0 is x equals 0, y is also 0. When x is equal to pi by 2, y is equal to plus 1. Say here this is plus 1 and this is minus 1, let us say. When x is pi by 2, y is equal to plus 1. Here, okay, y is equal to 1. When x is equal to pi, y is 0. This is the another point of intersection. When x equals 3 pi by 2, minus 1 somewhere here. When x is equal to 2 pi, it is 0. Okay, so these are the points of intersection. Then x equals minus pi by 2, y is minus 1 here. Okay, when x is equal to minus pi, it is 0. Let us draw the graph. Join these points in a smooth hand. Pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi and so on. Okay, and here see, this is the graph of sine function. It is between minus 1 and plus 1. Whatever the value you take for x, x can take up to plus infinity, minus infinity. Minus infinity to plus infinity means it is the set of real numbers. And the value of y, codomain is minus 1 and plus 1. So it won't go beyond minus 1 and plus 1, between 1 and minus 1. So you can remember the higher values like this. See, sin 0 degree is 0, sin pi by 2, sin 90 degree is plus 1, sin pi on the x-axis means 0, sin 180 degree is 0, sin 270 degree, 3 pi by 2 is minus 1, So then sine 2 pi 360 degree on the x-axis, which is 0. Like this you can remember the higher angles. Next, second one, y equals f of x, cos x. So a function f from set of real numbers to the closed interval minus 1 comma 1. So this is the domain and this is the codomain. So let us take the values of x as minus pi by 2, 0 and few positive values, pi by 2, 90, 180, 270 and 360. Cos 0, if I select x as 0, cos 0 is 1. If I select x as pi by 2, cos pi by 2 is 0. Then x as pi means cos pi, cos 180 degree is minus 1. Then x as 3 pi by 2, cos 270 degree is 0. Then x as 2 pi, cos 2 pi, cos 360 degree is plus 1. Then cos pi by 2, cos of minus pi by 2, cos of minus theta means plus cos theta, you know. So cos pi by 2 is 0. Cos of minus pi, so cos of minus pi is plus cos pi only, which is minus 1. Okay, let us mark this. X-axis, negative x-axis, y and the negative y-axis. Here is the origin. So this is plus 1, mark 1 and minus 1 on positive and negative y-axis. On x-axis, this is pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi, and on the negative x-axis it is minus pi by 2, then minus pi, minus 3 pi by 2 and so on. See, when x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1. X equals 0, y equals 1. When x is pi by 2, y is equal to 0. It is there only. When x is pi, y is equal to minus 1 here, minus 1. Okay. When x is equal to 3 pi by 2, it is 0. When x is equal to 2 pi, it is plus 1, somewhere here. Then when x is equal to minus pi by 2, it is 0. When x equals minus pi, it is minus 1. It is here. Okay. Let us join these points. And so on. Okay. So cos 0 degree is 1. Cos 90 degree on the x-axis 0. Cos 180 degree, it is minus 1. Cos 180 degree. Cos 3 pi by 2, cos 270 degree on the x-axis, which is 0. Then cos 2 pi, which is above x-axis, plus 1. Below x-axis means minus 1. Cos of minus pi, again minus 1. You please note that minus pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2 and so on. That means cos of odd pi by 2, cos of odd pi by 2, 1 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, or else minus 1 pi by 2, minus 3 pi by 2. This is 3 pi by 2, you know, minus 3 pi by 2. Okay. So all are on the x-axis. Cos of odd pi by 2 is 0. Cos of odd pi by 2 is 0. Next, look at pi. then 3 pi, this is minus pi, okay, minus pi here only. So that means cos of 1 pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, that means odd pi, not pi by 2, odd pi will be below x-axis, you know, it is minus 1 below x-axis. Then this is 2 pi, you know, 2 pi, right, 0, 2 pi, 4 pi and so on. That is cos of even pi. Cos of even pi is above x-axis, which is plus 1. So you can generalize these angles. So please note that cos of odd pi by 2, 1 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, all are on the x-axis, which is 0. Cos of odd pi, that is 1 pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, or else minus pi, minus 5 pi, all are equal to minus 1 below x-axis, you know. Cos of even pi, 0 pi, 2 pi, 4 pi, minus 2 pi, etc. is equal to plus 1 above x-axis. Okay. Look at the third one. Y is equal to tan x. Please observe, tan x is nothing but sin x divided by cos x. Correct, you know. So if the denominator is 0, the function is not defined. Anything by 0 is not defined, you know. So let us take few positive values and few negative values. Tan 0 is 0. Tan pi by 2, sin pi by 2 divided by cos pi by 2. Sin pi by 2 is 1, whereas cos pi by 2 is 0. 1 by 0 is infinity. Agree? Then pi. So sin pi is 0 divided by cos pi is minus 1. 0 by minus 1 means 0. Look at 3 pi by 2. So sin 3 pi by 2, sin 3 pi by 2 is minus 1, whereas cos 3 pi by 2 is 0. Minus 1 by 0 means minus 1 by 0 means minus infinity. Then 2 pi, tan 2 pi is sin 2 pi divided by cos 2 pi. Sin 2 pi is 0, you know, recollect the graph, it is on the x-axis, okay. So whereas cos pi is 1, 0 by anything is 0, right. Then minus pi by 2, sin of minus pi by 2 is minus sin pi by 2, that is minus 1. Cos pi by 2 is 0. Cos of minus pi by 2 is 0. Minus 1 by 0 means minus infinity. Then tan minus pi, tan of minus pi means sin of minus pi means minus sin pi, which is 0. Cos of minus pi means cos pi, which is minus 1. 0 by minus 1 means 0. See, for which values of cos x, cos x is 0 for odd pi by 2, odd multiples of pi by 2, 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. So that means pi by 2 minus 3 pi by 2 minus pi by 2, for all these values it is not defined. So let us mark this 0, pi by 2, 0, pi by 2, okay. This is pi, 3 pi by 2, then this is 2 pi, 5 pi by 2 and so on. Here minus pi by 2, minus pi by 2, minus pi, minus 3 pi by 2 and so on. So for the denominator is 0, for tan x, if the denominator cos x is 0 means the function is not defined. Cos pi by 2 it is not defined, you know. So let us mark it by a dotted line. 3 pi by 2, then minus pi by 2, minus 3 pi by 2. Okay, see, tan 0 is 0, whereas tan pi by 2 is plus infinity. See, y can take the values 1, 2, 3, 4 up to plus infinity, whereas minus pi by 2 is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and so on up to minus infinity. See, plus infinity, this is the pattern of the graph. So minus pi by 2 is minus infinity. Okay, it doesn't touch minus pi by 2 and even plus pi by 2, somewhere at infinity. So that is called asymptote. If the curve touches, if the line touches the curve, means that is called tangent. So touches somewhere at infinity, that is asymptote. This is one of the branch of the tan x. So then tan pi by 2 is infinity, tan minus pi by 2 is minus infinity. Then look at the other branch, 3 pi by 2, pi is 0, this is the point actually, this is another point. Okay, so the other branch is like this, and here also, from here tan of minus pi is 0, tan of minus pi is 0. See, after this, look at this, from 0 to pi let us take, this is the branch, look at this portion, this portion. After this interval again it repeats. Okay, again it repeats. That's why the period of this function is pi. For each pi, after each pi the curve is going to repeat. Okay, so the period is 2 pi. Look at the domain. Domain of the function is nothing but domain. You can take minus infinity up to plus infinity. That means all the real numbers you can take, but we cannot take minus pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, minus pi by 2, minus 3 pi by 2. Odd pi by 2 you can't take. That's why you need to remove odd pi by 2 from the set of real numbers. Minus infinity to plus infinity is nothing but a set of real numbers, except odd multiples of pi by 2. 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, where n belongs to integers. Not a real number here. N belongs to integers. Okay, and range of the function is nothing but, range is 0 to infinity, 0 to minus infinity. So minus infinity to plus infinity means it is nothing but a real number, or else minus infinity to infinity also you can write. So that is about the graph of tan x. Okay, so clearly after each pi the graph is repeating. So after each pi to 2 pi, one more branch you get here. So between 0 to minus pi, here is a branch. Okay, from here to here, from here to here, here to here. Okay, one more branch you are getting now. That's why it is a periodic function with period pi. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ನೇಚರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ ನೇಚರ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀಲಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಈಗ ಬರಿತಿದ್ದೀನಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಸಾಕು. One more point here. See, tan x is domain of tan x. It's a set of real numbers except odd pi by 2. Pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, minus pi by 2. ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಡ್ ಪೈ ಬೈ ಟುಗಳನ್ನ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೈ ಬೈ 2. And range is, see, plus infinity and minus infinity. Up to minus infinity to plus infinity means it is nothing but a real number. So after each pi, 0 to pi, see, after this one, it is repeating. Okay, that's why it's a periodic function with period pi. Look at the nature. Tan of minus x, minus theta lies in the fourth quadrant. As per ASTC rule, tan of minus theta is minus tan theta. Correct enough? In the fourth quadrant, only cos and secant are positive. That's how tan of minus x is minus tan x. So f of minus x equals minus f of x means tan x is an odd function.